I think it's borderline malpractice to not find ways to get somebody like that with this kind of speed in space. And I'm not talking about like just clear out routes or what he's doing, down the field. To me, I'd be looking at like what Ben Johnson did with Jameson Williams in Detroit last year. And then you saw a little bit of it again with him, these little in cuts, things like that over the middle of the field. Get me the ball. Because you see the numbers, what he ran at the combine. He's fast. We've yet to see it. And then he catches that ball and he takes off where nobody comes in within the front. He's gone. You do not have enough home run hitters on this team to not be looking for ways to get them in space. And they have to find a way, if Williams is going to play, to do something to get the ball in his hands in a position, jet sweeps are gimmicky and don't really work a lot of the time. Find a way to get the ball in his hands and let that dude run just at least a couple of times a game. The fact that he'd play, I'd be stunned at the end of games over the last 2-3 weeks seeing his snap count. Yeah. And where they didn't even throw towards him. What are we doing here? So I don't know if you agree or disagree, but to me, it's a weapon. Find a way to use it at least a few times a game.
Yeah. So I would say this, I for the first month of the season, if you remember, at least the first 3 weeks, they were scheming up at least one. They were trying to get him a touch. They were trying to get him a touch early in games. And again, he caught a couple passes early in the year, but nothing crazy. And then there was this stretch here for the last 3-4 weeks where it feels like regression's not the right word, but like, look, at least he was getting the ball or he was close to the ball. All of a sudden it was like, no, they're not on the same page. And the Patriots wisely publicly have kept pumping him up and saying it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. But I think the last 3 or 4 weeks coming into this game, there wasn't anything that was really telling you that. There's always one snap a game with him where he does manage to win vertically, but a lot of times that he's not the primary guy on that. So like Drake would have to come off his first or second read to see that that's going to happen. So you see, like he does have the release. He can get over the top of this guy, but like it's not designed for him. And to your point, again, being out there as much as he was, he's officially listed as 2 targets. The other target was a throwaway, and he happened to be the closest receiver, but it wasn't a clear target. So when you're out there that often and you throw the ball 31 times and you only have the 1 touch, I still think that's telling you a lot about where he's at still as a rookie and still learning.
Which again, I get it, but that's why you have to you have to try to scheme it up a little bit more, which is just again the same thing. You bring in Marcus Jones, on a couple of gadget plays, that means you're going to run something funky to get the ball in his hands. Like if Kyle Williams is going to be out there 25, 30, 35 snaps in a game, 1 or 2 of those I'd be looking for. This is the Kyle Williams play. We're getting the ball in his hands and see if he can go.
It feels like that's become the pop role. Like they're using
Pop was only 13 snaps in this game. Yeah, exactly.
But they hit him on a reverse, little swing pass, like using him in different ways that I could see you saying like, hey, you know what? What if we subbed Pop out and put Kyle in this spot? But at this point, I think after his early struggles, Pop has sort of earned a level of trust here that Kyle doesn't have.